Pi-Mainnet is now live, initiating the enclosed network period of the mainnet phase where the mainnet blockchain is firewalled to prohibit external connectivity but allows peer-to-peer and peer-to-app transfers within the enclosed network. Mainnet can be viewed in the Pi Blockexplorer. The Pi wallet can now show both Testnet and Mainnet balances, although everyone's balance on Mainnet is 0 right now. As more pioneers pass KYC, they will be able to transfer their balance to the Mainnet. The KYC solution is coming soon to start verifying pioneers' identity and onboarding identity validators. Note that Pi Network is not running an initial crypto offer, or any type of crowdfunding sales of Pi. Thus, any party impersonating Pi Network or its founders, to conduct a sale or listing, is illegal and fake. Any sales of Pi towards pioneers are unauthorized, and have no affiliation with the Pi core team. Pioneers should beware of any scams and should not participate. Pi can be mined freely by contributing to the ecosystem through the Pi mobile app. Further, any mined Pi can only be claimed from inside the official Pi app through the Mainnet dashboard, and then transferred into your Pi wallet. Any website asking pioneers to claim Pi by other means is fake. Mining will continue in the Mainnet phase, but with a mining rate dynamically adjusted within the limited supply. As you may have noticed, the core team released a preview of the new mining interface. The new mining mechanism will not yet go into effect until more people pass KYC and migrate to Mainnet. Before that, all pioneers can continue mining on the pre-Mainnet mechanism just like before. Once the simulations and calibrations are done, and enough pioneers have migrated into Mainnet, the new Mainnet mining mechanism will take effect, and be announced on the home screen. In this video, I will explain in detail what is going on since the Mainnet launch. A lot of pioneers and non-pioneers have all been asking questions. The majority of the questions are tilting towards what the price of Pi is. And where can we start exchanging Pi for goods and services? At this stage, it is important to understand the mechanism and what the essence is, before we start to rush into knowing the price of Pi. If you stay long enough, I will answer the question about the price of Pi. So, I strongly suggest that you listen carefully, as I try to explain what the core team has passed as a message. Let me start by saying that Pi Network's vision is to build the world's most inclusive peer-to-peer economy and online experience, fueled by Pi, the world's most widely used cryptocurrency. To deliver on this vision, it is important to grow the network and make Pi widely accessible, while maintaining the security of the blockchain and the scarcity of Pi. While these goals have always guided the token supply model and mining design, the key distinction is, the pre-Mainnet phases, focused on driving network growth and widely distributing Pi, and the Mainnet phase will focus on rewarding more diverse forms of pioneer contributions while cementing the supply of Pi. This simply means that, Pi Network Mainnet will launch in 2 phases. I will explain more later in the video. Now that you are still here, let me talk about pre-Mainnet supply. I know you might be thinking I am about to start a long story, but the truth is that you have to know these tiny things about Pi, in order to make money of it, or lose your Pi. So, therefore, I will recommend that you stick around and watch the video till the end. But as usual, the choice is yours. In the early stages, the focus of Pi Network was on growing and securing the network. Bootstrapping to build a critical mass of participants is paramount to any network and ecosystem. Driven by the vision to make Pi the world's most widely used cryptocurrency, distributing Pi and making it accessible globally further added to the focus on growth. Pi's consensus algorithm relies on a global trust graph, which is aggregated from the security circles of individual pioneers. It was, therefore, critical to incentivizing pioneers to form individual security circles. This meant a supply of tokens available as mining rewards that were not explicitly capped before Mainnet. Pulse it right there. For those of you following my videos and my channel, this definitely sounds familiar. Remember, in several of my videos, I talked about the security circle. I even made a separate video about it, and how important it is during Mainnet. I will take the pleasure once again to say, if you have not created the security circle, please do so now. I cannot emphasize enough how important it is, and will be as we approach the second phase of the Mainnet. I will leave a link in the description of the video, and also a card at the top of the screen. Don't be fooled, every part of the Pi network will play a major role. The Pi network adopted a mining mechanism, where the network mining rate halves every time the network size increases by 10 times, resulting in a series of halving events when it reaches various milestones of engaged pioneers. The next halving event based on this model would be when the network reaches 100 million engaged pioneers. Currently, we are over 30 million engaged pioneers. And when we say engaged pioneers, we mean those that are consistent with mining. And not those that have the app as decoration on their mobile device. The Pi network also retained an option to stop all mining altogether in the event that the network reached a certain size, which was, however, yet to be determined. So, it will be profitable to be part of those rewarded early for mining. Another important thing to note is that, the option to cap the supply of Pi was not exercised before Mainnet, therefore leaving the total supply undefined. The pre-Mainnet supply model with a mining mechanism tailored to accessibility, growth, and security has bootstrapped a community of over 30 million engaged pioneers, the keyword here being engaged, with millions of intertwined security circles. A simple, accessible means to mine Pi on a mobile phone helped distribute the tokens widely throughout the world, including among populations that have been left out of the crypto revolution because of a lack of capital, basic knowledge, or technology. In doing so, the network avoided the extreme wealth concentration evident in Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, preparing itself to become a true peer-to-peer decentralized ecosystem with a large enough volume of participants and transactions for utility creation. Now let's look at the mainnet supply. Supply fuels growth and incentivizes necessary contributions to the network to achieve an organically viable ecosystem. To that end, mining rewards will continue after mainnet but will take diverse forms to incentivize different types of contributions. The supply distribution will honor the original distribution principle in the March 14, 2019 white paper. The Pi community has 80% and the Pi core team has 20% of the total circulating supply of Pi, regardless of how much circulating supply there is in the Pi network at any given point in time. Thus, given a total max supply of 100 billion Pi, the community will eventually receive 80 billion Pi and the core team will eventually receive 20 billion Pi. I know what you are thinking. 20 billion Pi for the core team? Relax, this is a general standard practice and nothing is wrong. Bear in mind also that, this amount of Pi will not immediately be distributed to the core team. Let's focus on what the community stands to get, and how the network will be sustained with positive growth. The core team's allocation gets unlocked at the same pace as the community progressively mines more and more Pi and may be subject to additional lockup through a self-imposed mandate. This means that if the community has a portion of its allocation in circulation, for example, 25%, only the proportional amount in core team's allocation, in this example, 25%, can get unlocked at most. The 80% of the community supply is further divided into 65%, allocated for all past and future pioneer mining rewards, while 10% is reserved for supporting community organization and ecosystem building, that will eventually be managed by a Pi Foundation, a non-profit organization in the future, and 5% reserved for the liquidity pool to provide liquidity for pioneers and developers in the Pi ecosystem. 65 billion Pi will be allocated for all mining rewards, both past and future mining. For past mining rewards, the rough sum of all Pi mined by all pioneers so far, before mainnet, is about 30 billion Pi. However, after discarding Pi mined by fake accounts and depending on the speed and participation of KYC, the pre-Mainnet mined Pi at the beginning of the open network can be estimated to range from 10 to 20 billion. The remaining amount in the 65 billion Pi supply for mining rewards will be distributed to pioneers through the new mainnet mining mechanism, with conceptual yearly supply limits. Notice I mentioned fake accounts and also KYC. Fake accounts refer to accounts created by the same person but on different mobile devices. Some people actually created many accounts on so many mobile devices, with the hope that they can transfer the mined Pi to a single account. Well, when KYC is initiated, these fake accounts will be detected and the tokens mined will be burned. And possible account deletion will commence. So, if you are among those with multiple accounts, you will lose some of the accounts. And you might stand a chance of losing also your main account. Time will tell. 10 billion Pi will be reserved for community organization and ecosystem building, which will be managed in the future by a non-profit foundation. Most decentralized networks or cryptocurrencies, even though they are decentralized, still need an organization to organize the community and set the future direction of the ecosystem. Examples are Ethereum and Stellar. The future Pi Foundation will be responsible for the following. 1. Organize and sponsor community events, such as developer conventions, global online events, and local community meetings. 2. Organize volunteers and committee members, and pay full-time employees who are dedicated to building the community and ecosystem. 3. Gather opinions and feedback from the community. 4. Organize future community votings. 5. Build branding and protect the reputation of the network. 6. Represent the network to interact with other business entities including governments, traditional banks, and traditional enterprises. 7. Fulfill any number of responsibilities for the betterness of the Pi community and ecosystem. 5 billion Pi will be reserved for liquidity pools to provide liquidity for any ecosystem participants, including pioneers and Pi apps developers. Liquidity is key for an ecosystem to be viable, active, and healthy. If businesses or individuals want to participate in ecosystem activities, such as selling and buying goods and services in Pi, they must have timely access to Pi. Without liquidity, the ecosystem will not have a healthy flow of Pi, hence harming the creation of utilities. One benefit of the enclosed network period of the mainnet is to allow calibrations on the token model, if any, based on the early mainnet results. Therefore, the token model is subject to tweaking before the open network period starts. Also, in the future, for the health of the network and ecosystem, the network may face questions such as whether there needs to be any inflation after the completion of the distribution of the 100 billion Pi. The inflation may be necessary to further incentivize contributions through more mining rewards, make up for any loss of Pi from circulation due to accidents or death, provide for more liquidity, mitigate hoarding that inhibits usage and utility creation, etc. At that time, the Foundation and its committees specialized in these matters will organize and guide the community to reach a conclusion on the matter in a decentralized way. I promise to share with you the price of Pi in this video. Well, this is it. No one, including the core team, knows the price of Pi at this moment. There are a lot of speculations and false information about how Pi will launch at $100 or more. Beware of scammers and fraud. I will throw more light on what the range of Pi price will be in my coming videos. My advice is this. It will be profitable at this stage of the mainnet to have basic knowledge of what to expect during the different phases of the Pi mainnet. Don't say it's boring or it's not for you. Crypto space is not all about exchanging to fiat. Get educated and be in the game. Thanks for watching. If you are new, consider subscribing and get notified when we release informative videos like this. Don't forget to share this video, it might just help someone else. My name is Tony. Until my next video, keep mining.